And you might roll the other way. Good, let's roll up together and issue Sunday salutations. Shall we? Welcome everybody. By the way, I just turned the switch on for the YouTubes around the world. We just went live stream, and so not only are we local here in Northern California, just outside the Bay Area, we're now live streaming around the world. So it's great to have you on board. If you're brand new and the algorithm dropped you off, this is yoga for everybody, and Sunday is specifically self-care. A lot of calm and peaceful movements, yin yoga, restorative, prayer, meditation, chanting, just these things that we all know bring healing to us if we do them, but we have to do them. There's a large difference between thinking about doing yoga and actually doing yoga. Anyway, so welcome. If you're brand new, just try it out. What have you got to lose but your fear, worry, dread, and anxiety, which ain't bad. Anyway, let's chant an Om together. You're muted, so you can belt it out. Nice big inhale. Oh. Okay, now we're going into prayer hands, and whatever your worldview is, everyone's accommodated here. We all fit under this tent. Agnostic, spiritual, devout, religious, atheist, scientific, not sure, agnostic, existentialist. We can all fit. But I would pray that we all get what we need from today's practice in terms of wisdom, healing, energy, inspiration, love, and light. If you believe in anything greater than yourself, make that appeal. If you don't believe in anything greater than yourself, wowee. Okie doke. If you're brand new, we're going to do joint juice. I invented this. It's sweeping the planet. Trust me. Shoulders, 1, 2. Joint juice simply means a sequential series of movements through all the joints of our body designed to release tension and congestion, stiffness. Other way. Most people need this kind of yoga most of the time. 5, 6, 7, 8. All these movements are accessible for most people most of the time. Inhale up. You could even be doing this sitting in a chair for the most part, arms behind your back. By the way, if you're extraordinarily physically gifted, then this class is for you as well. Maybe you need to relax and not be a circus performer or a gymnast for 10 minutes. Maybe you're spinning a lot of plates in your life. Let them fall. Poof. Almost everybody is going through some sort of ringer, it seems, of some sort. Poof. That's called humanity. Okie doke. Drop your chin, take your head around 8 times. 1, 2. So the answer is stop thinking. 3, just for a few minutes. 4. Great turnout today. The YouTube analytics looks like we'll be up to 8 billion subscribers pretty soon. Thank you. 6. And 8. Other way, 8 times. You might try it with your eyes closed. It's darker. Relax your shoulders. Trust the process. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I invite you to relax your head down for 20 seconds. Close your eyes, aim your attention toward your guts. Sometimes we spend a lot of time in our head brain and it gets noisy, crowded. So sink down deeper into our body. If you don't think you need this, you do. Good. Now, I am hoping that you have yoga blocks, and if you don't, you can get them on Amazon and have them delivered by 3 o'clock today. I recommend the foam ones, the big ones, 5 by 7 by 14. They come in Soylent Blue, and they work for everything. And the reason I like them for Sunday yoga is a lot of us with our legs crossed, our knees are up, so you can sit on top of a blanket. But I'd like for you to find, if you don't have blocks, use pillows. If you're tight as a person can be, this is fine. Now, I'm kind of looking to tame us, to domesticate us. Some of us we need to take a time out. If you're not even that flexible, you are more than welcome in this class. You can build a very large edifice to yourself, but something that allows you to relax your head down and relax your rear down. Now we're sort of into a little bit of yin. Yin is taking your time, settling, pacifying. Listen to your mind for a moment. Its incessant offering of opinion, attitude, sensation, memory. It's always going until it stops. You might actually find yourself getting bored, and bored is a very high spiritual state. Boredom is a peaceful platform on the way to higher states of consciousness. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. This class is really one big, long, moving prayer, meditation. Okay, on your next inhale, come on up. We keep our sequence moving. And the good news is you don't have to design the sequence, just follow along. Switch the cross of your legs if they switch. Now, take your wrists and shape them like this, dorsiflexion of your wrists. And I'm just going to invite you to kind of smush into your hips a little bit. What does this do? Something, because everything does something. Push in there. It's the left and right, it's the rocking, it's the wrist stretch, it's the hip release, it's the shoulder relax, it's the cat purring, it's the silliness that gets us out of our serious self. Good, now I'm going to bring my shoulders forward, up, over, and I'm going to press down. This is a coordinated movement. Shoulders up, pause down. Push down, shoulders crest. Now, this may not be in your toolkit, but I'm going to straighten my arms and lean forward and push down into my hips and close my eyes and drop my chin and stop thinking. And I'm going to visualize world peace, and I'm going to solve all the world's problems by quieting my mind. Most people's solution is just more gasoline on the fire. What's your solution? Gasoline. Good. Now make this shape of your wrist, which a lot of people never do. Their hands become lobster claws. Lobsters are like, hey, bro, your hands. Now put them in upside down here and just pushing and smushing into your tushin a little bit. You don't have to do these moves perfectly, just make some progress. Back up over, forward and down. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here's that challenging part. Flexing my wrists, straightening my arms, leaning forward, dropping my chin, closing my eyes, doing Jalandhara Bandha with Ujjayi blah, 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 blah. Mimic these movements, my precious primates. Monkey see, monkey did. Okie doke. Well, go like this. Can you be less specific? I don't think so. Go like this. Other way. What does this do? It generally keeps people from asking so many questions. Shake poop off of your hands. How about just shake the whole world off? Everything that's going on that you don't like, just shake it off. If everything would just go the way that I like, everything would be wonderful. Yeah, sometimes we don't get our own way. It's weird. Hi, how you doing? Hello, fresh new insight, creative capacity, new ways of seeing things, reduction of painful patterns of perception. Cup your hands at your heart, let it in. Drop your chin. Stop thinking. Remember that song, I'd like to teach the world to sing? Well, I don't think I'm going to do that, but I could teach the world to stop thinking and let people teach me how to sing because I really need it. I feel kind of hopeless sometimes, but if you're a great musical singing teacher, DM me or send me a text and work a miracle with me. I am so up for miracles right now. Good. Now I'm going to go back to the other cross of my legs, like that. We need to work on this thing a little more, and here's how we'll do it. Right fingers, back left corner of my head, and I'm going to tilt my head to the right, drop my chin, and I'm just going to wait for it. What am I going to wait for? Godot. Relax your mouth. If you inadvertently start drooling, I consider it a compliment. Laura, I'm sorry I missed the play yesterday. My car had to go into the shop. By the way, to my worldwide audience of millions of people, sometimes I refer to my Zoom friends. So there, it's secret insider stuff. Now is when it gets interesting, when you want to get out. All marriages begin the day that you want to get out of it, which is why I've never been married. Click your head back up, left finger's back right corner, tilt your head. Once it's tilted, then drop your chin, and then tilt, and then drop. And your head's kind of like one of those Tesla car seats. It goes 19 different directions. Drop your chin. And if we can be just a little bit patient, this will begin to radiate all the way down our left trapezius, deep down into our lower back. Miracles will ensue. My life is just too damn complicated. Too many things, too many moving parts, too many plates, too many things to resolve, too much to learn. And so I give up for 1 hour. I'm going to give up, surrender, and just accept the way things are. Okay, we'll bring our head back up. Yes, we will. Good. Now, bring your feet together, widen out your knees. Just wag the lower parts. Hey, cat. Looney has a much larger space now, so he can wander in some other rooms of the house. So I think he's doing yoga on another YouTube channel right now, which really pisses me off. I think he's working with another teacher. I am not going to put up with that. Arms out. Good. Now, again, here's my most complex instruction. Go like this. Sometimes my music teachers, they'll say go like this, and I have visions of my hands around their throat, just going, sure wish I could go like this, but I'm a way better teacher than anybody else, and so you can do this. Good. Now, arms behind your back. One poof together. Poof. Good. Now we're going to put the handcuffs on up to your bra strap. Pack them in like chickens. Chickens. Elbows inside your knees. Squeeze your knees together. Now, I understand I'm teaching to millions of people, and there are those who can't do this. And to those people, to those friends, I say, there's a lot of things you can't do yet. Do the best you can. Well, I don't want to do the best I can. I just want to be able to do it. Okay. Let's resolve our inner 2-year-old, shall we? I can't do the full pose. I can't squeeze. I could crush my elbows in together and break some bones, and I'd have more range of motion. Okay, now, just this. Just, you've taken some kind of mushroom, the pills that mother gives you. Don't do anything at all. Just take your hands around. Sometimes you just got to do this. You can do this when you're driving if you have a Tesla. Okay, simple twist, and then we're going into deeper. Cross your legs however you want. Lace your paws. If you're very tight, you're going to get to here. If you're very medium, you'll get to here. If you're semi-stretchy, you'll get to here, and maybe you'll go all the way up. Inhale. Exhale. Turn your spine to the right. On release, left hand, right knee, right arm behind you, and get a very simple, boring, prosaic twist. Close your eyes. Stop thinking. Squeeze out pain and anguish and fear and worry and catastrophizing. Get that crap out. Inhale here. Exhale. It's interesting, based on the YouTube analytics, a lot of people, this is starting to strike a chord, switching the cross of my legs, because a lot of people need to heal right now, and this is a good way to do it. Did I think of this? No. Lace your hands, one finger over, inhale up. If you're tight as a boiled owl, you're kind of, oh, geez, I'm dead. Stretch up. Every day you'll release a little bit, but you got to do it every day. It's like, I do yoga about once every 6 months. It's like brushing your teeth every 6 months. You know what happens. Inhale. Good. Now, left, 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 right hand, left knee. If you're very bendy, do a whole 360. Come all the way back around to the front. Your head can turn after everything else does. Swallow once. Stop thinking. But I can't stop thinking. It just keeps going like a insane landslide going down a hill. Yeah, that's what everybody's experience is. They can't stop their thinking until they practice. All right. Come on out of that. Good job. You're doing great. Progress, not perfection. I'm going back to my original cross. Now we're going to chant these ohms. These ohms are vibrational prayers that heal our mind, body, and soul and get us in alignment with infinite wisdom. That's all. Just a small little benefit. Inhale. Okay, now Anjali Mudra, it's also called prayer hands. Drop your chin, close your eyes. And I invite you to pray if you're a praying person. If you don't pray, then you do pray to something. Everybody prays to something: chemistry, science, architecture, physics. All I ask is a quieting and a gentle aiming of your soul in the direction you'd like it to go. Okay, my friends, we did some joint juice. We went through the primary joints of our body. You know what we didn't do? Just real quick, just for me, just humor me. Left leg out, right ankle over the top. 1. My feet are so cold, they feel like little blocks of ice. So I'm going to get some circulation down there. Other way. Some people have like hot, sweaty feet all the time, and some people have icicle toes, popsicle toes. Al Jarreau, I haven't listened to him for a long time. Slap your foot, get something going on down there. Good. Right leg out, left ankle over. Again, you might be one of the 1%, the circus performers, the people that can do the splits and cartwheels. And golly, it's so nice to see you guys. But do you realize that like 98% of us are the rest, and our bodies are tight and stiff, and life has gotten us. We have jobs and kids and mortgages and 401ks and elections, and we have to get our body going. So don't judge us too harshly. Good. Slap your foot. I'm here to help everybody else. Physician, heal thyself. Okay. Now, after that joint juice, now including our feet, we're going to do a restorative twist. Now for this, it would be great. Remember the movie Office Space? It would be great if you had a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, it could be the big ass pillow from your couch, the big one that describes the back of your couch. It could be a couple of blankets, but roughly this size, something like about like that. This is going to support us for a restorative twist. What's restorative means? It means that it restores your body, because it's always good to use the word that you're trying to define in your definition, right? So now this is in front of me. I'm going to turn my knees that way. What's that way? That's south, but More importantly, it's to the left. Okay. Right hand on the bolster. Pat, pat, buttercat. Now I'm going to take my knees and slink them around behind me. Slink, Slink. Now, as I look behind me, my knees and my ankles have cleverly slunk behind me. I'm presuming that you can do that. I'm presuming that my billions of followers have the mental acuity to bring their knees and ankles behind. If you can't follow directions to that level, then whatever shape you move yourself into, you will learn from it. Both hands on the bolster. Sometimes my original yoga teacher, he would just stop explaining. He goes, just whatever catastrophe you're doing, you will learn from. Move your right hand over here. Now, I'm turning my cat t-shirt, belly button, chest, throat, down, and I'm going to lay on my right ear. I really like this. Now, when you're brand new, your hands are in and your elbows are up like a person whose elbows are up. And then after a while, your elbows will relax out and your body weight will start to release into the cush. And then we just take a time out and a nap together as we do a restorative twist. Good. Now, the next thing you do is nothing. And as your body becomes still, all that's left is your mind. Ha! Good luck with that. But even your bring the body and the mind will follow. And then hold still for like 3 minutes. Now you may begin to notice things like your breathing slows down, it goes a little deeper, layers of tension begin to dissipate. You start to get really happy for no real apparent reason. Problems begin to resolve themselves, dilemmas disappear. Your bank account swells. You get a lot more popular. Now you can fall asleep if you want. I'll wake you up. Could you notice your breath is moving more down toward your belly button? Good. One more minute to just soak it all in, soak it all up. Okay, my friends, really big inhale, biggest one you got. Really big exhale. Years of tension fleeing our body, yay. Pull your hands in and come up slow as cold molasses on a November day. Oh boy, I could have stayed in that pose for hours, but then I'd be really bent to one side. So we're going to fix that. So see how we've returned back to square one, sitting, bolster in front. Maybe I'll give it a little massage. Good. Now, what do we do? Do you remember? Yoga improves your memory. I'm going to turn my knees over to the right. Left hand, pat, pat, butter, pat, cat. Knees, I lean forward and I shift my legs behind me. Hey, there's my feet and my knees. I cross my ankles. You don't have to if that's too bendy for you. And then I put both hands on the cush. I lean back into Rita Hayworth pose. Okay. Now, left hand goes over here if you're a little bendier. Turn your belly button, chest, face down to the bolster. Head down slowly. And I recommend for most humans your left ear. If you're a very bendy, willowy, ragdolly kind of person, come down to your right ear. I'm not going to stop you. You'll learn. And we'll do this for 3 minutes on this side, maybe 4. But I want you to really just relax. Easy does it. Let go of cares and worries. Please remember the great mantra, everything is always working out for us. I say that about 40 million times a day. It's starting to sink in. Consider widening your elbows out a little bit so more weight in your torso, less supported by your arms. One more minute. Maybe a really big inhalation. Exhale. Okay, friends, and we'll push ourselves up out very slowly. We're cultivating a mood now. Then we'll unwind ourselves. You may notice as the pages fly off the calendar and as we get chronologically a little older that sometimes it feels like, yeah, I don't move as fast, but you stay with your yoga and these sorts of movements, your pace will remain functional and pleasing. I guarantee it. How do I know? Because I experience it. Now, here's what we're going to do. This is why you got to get these blocks, because for a moment, we're going to lay on our back. We're going to take our legs up into Viparita Karani, legs up restorative inversion. And to do that, theoretically, if you didn't have a block, you could just do it, but there's something so incredibly relieving, relaxing, enjoyable, sumptuous, delicious, and pleasurable about doing it on a block. So for nothing else, get some of these blocks, would you? So for this one, this isn't going to last that long, but I want to do an inversion because I want to empty my head. So there's a block here. I lay on my back. I lift up my buns. Now there are versions where people, turn the block up really high, like a foot, but this is just what, 5 inches? And I put it underneath my sacrum from the waistband down. The rest of my body is just happy on my back. I get this nice back of my neck stretch. Even this, if this is all you can do, this is called bridge pose, supported bridge pose. And then as you can and as you will take your legs up. Now maybe you're brand new and your legs are you're just a wreck. And your legs will go up and they'll shake and you'll go, oh geez, I can't do it for very long. But we're just gonna have to get a little better every day. I practice the guitar for an hour before class and it's like so damn frustrating because you go on YouTube and there's 3-year-olds in Korea doing Eddie Van Halen, and you just got to accept where you're at. But if you can have good form, hips up, legs up, relax, and enjoy the benefit of inverting. You may have an aversion to inversion, but you'll get over it if you get used to this version. Now, in addition to all the benefits of going upside down, this pose builds another precious quality called patience. If we don't develop patience, we'll become a patient. Again, you can always retire out of a pose, but otherwise, again, it's the benefit of restorative and taking a couple of minutes that really does the trick. This little lift of my hips really relaxes my lower back. Move our breathing down to our belly button and just let the benefit of going upside down, even a mild version, work its blessings on us. Most people are in the same shape, the same proximity all day long. They never switch it up, and no wonder we stagnate and become restricted. Yoga breaks you out of the prison of self. Good. Now, I do invite you to just bend your knees and let your knees fall in toward your chest. Keep your hips on the block. This is restorative fetal position or squat, but it's done on the back. You could conceivably maybe grab your knees, draw them in, but you don't have to. Just trust this shape. Good. Now extend your legs back up. Cross your left thigh over your right thigh. Bend your knees. If your left ankle happens to go underneath your right ankle, that's great. And now just bring your right foot down to the floor. I invented this sequence. No human has ever done it before. And it's sweeping the planet. Now, I want you to notice that you're thinking less, your emotions have settled, your mind has calmed, you're achieving emotional sobriety and sanity. Yay. Good. Now we're going to bring our knees in, take our legs up. We're going to cross our right thigh over our left. For you lucky ones who can slink your left ankle under, your right ankle under, go ahead and do that. And then please to bring your left foot down. Now, this is way more dynamic than you think. It's more dynamic than you can think. Good, my friends. Now bring your knees in, uncross your knees, bring your feet down, press into your feet, elevate your buns for a front of body stretch. Maybe you can lift up really high. Maybe you're a contortionist. Send me a postcard. Now I'm going to move the block out of the way, and I'm going to drift my buns down like Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin landing on the moon, really slow and soft. Then I'm going to bring my feet together and I'm going to widen my knees out. And I'm just going to lay like pancake batter on the floor for 30 seconds. If you like it, great. And if you don't like it, you will. Sometimes you have to do stuff you don't like. Okay, now we're going to sit up and we're going to move into our final position for the day. And I think you're really going to like it because I am just smart enough to save the really good stuff for last. I am that smart. Now for this one, I'm going to see that soft thing on an incline, soft thing on an inclined soft thing. Get it? You can do that. I have so much faith in you. Now I've got a bony tailbone, so I put this where my tail feathers are going to go. Now for this one, because I used to have a yoga studio, I've got so many blankets. But anyway, you can use cushions or pillows, pets, partners, spouses, or furniture. But I'm going to roll up something to go underneath my right leg. And I'm going to roll up a burrito for underneath my left leg. This is the counter pose to what we just done. So those go there. If you're really tight, make them bigger. If you're really loose, make them less bigger. Now, back I go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got to move this thing a little more underneath my butt. Here we go. Now I am very happy, and I want you to get really happy and relaxed and open and peaceful and released and serene and calm and poised and present and peaceful. That's what we do here. Come to another one of my classes. We'll do cartwheels and backflips and handsprings and levitating and laying on nails. This class, we relax, okay? We're going to do this for 5 minutes. Supta Baddha Konasana. I just yawned. I circled my jaw around. I relaxed my guts. Oh boy, do we need this? Layer by layer, muscle by muscle, tendon by tendon, cell by cell, things will begin to settle, relax, and release. You can't force it, but you can allow it, you can receive it, you can accommodate it. Even if you can't spell accommodate, you can accommodate it. If your legs fatigue, you can always stretch them out. No one's gonna, the yoga police are not gonna come cite you or anything. Unless you live in England, then they will. Good. Now, I recommend you do just stretch your legs out just to release that. And we'll lay in our pool lounge chair for 2 more minutes, soaking up the good vibes, the endogenous morphines, the pleasurable neurotransmitters, the oxycontin and Percocet. Okay, biggest inhale of your whole life. Fill up with any tension, fear, worry, any residual tension. Inhale. Exhale. Let's just release all of it. Let it all go. Let it drain out of our brain. Dissipate, release. Good. Now we'll wiggle our fingers and toes and we'll circulate a fresh batch of feel good through our body. And the kids will conclude class by sitting up nice and slow after that wondrous restorative position. Boy, it's a good thing to sit with the other humans around the planet and relax. Hands to our common heart. The world could use a lot of connection right now. And it starts with each one of us. Altogether, the connected souls around the world, we all say, Namaste. So I am super gratified and grateful to see the YouTubers swelling around the world and the souls that are recognizing that to get together in a tribe and do these patient prayers and movements is such a healing thing. So thank you for liking and subscribing. It's a very simple thing to do. You just like, subscribe, ring that bell, and you're doing your part to spread the peace, the love, the well-being of yoga around the planet. So thank you for that. I'll see all my YouTubers next time.